We could live a lifetime here together. Will you be my forever? Be my
Yeah! Oh, look! They all survived the holidays. They all survived.
Yay!
Santa didn't snatch them. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Welcome, everyone. Oh, my goodness. To the news and updates. The holidays are over. Yes, they are. And this is our, are you ready? 218th episode. And our first one in 2023.
Yay!
Yay!
Woo! We've been bringing you the news you need to know since 2018 from around the AltSpace VR community and beyond as members of this community and the metaverse.
And we do this as volunteers and community members, not AltSpace VR employees. We bring you the news from AltSpace VR community and Metaverse Beyond to help you stay in touch with what's up to date.
Another year already.
Can you
Hey.
believe it?
Time
Wow.
marches on, faster or slower, depending upon how you look at it.
Well, there are other ways to look at it.
Oh, okay. That's true. How about building something that will last 10,000 years?
You mean something like Stonehenge?
For the pyramids?
Okay, those are like toddlers by comparison. There's a project called the Long Now Project. It sounds like something you could only imagine here in AltSpace VR, but it's very real and it's already being built.
So you're saying there's a gigantic clock already being built, hidden inside a remote mountain in western Texas, and it's intended to keep time all on its own for 10,000 years.
Well, I didn't say that, but that's what it is. Yep.
Wow.
Yes, Marcia. So people, or I should say, yes, Laurel. So people have been building perpetual machines and clocks for thousands of years. Stonehenge is one example. Building something like that in VR and done. Then why build another forever clock?
I think it's to change their thinking and our thinking. So they're building it in Texas, they say, to conjure up notions of generations and millennia. Now, hey, as a genealogist, love that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, that's for sure. A clock ticking for 10 millennia does suggest all sorts of generation sized questions and projects. But shouldn't we just make sure our civilization keeps on ticking?
Hey, that's a beautiful question and a very critical question, right? Yeah. So they're building it. So every week, the news and updates we pour through the news around the metaverse to keep everyone informed and encourage them to help each other do the amazing things that people can do here in Altspace VR and the metaverse. And each episode is like a time capsule, right? We're doing that. We have our own long project here. We're preserving this moment for the future as well as for the past.
So we're representing the history of Allspace VR and the metaverse. I really love that. But speaking
Me
of a
too.
clock, I'm really
Yes.
glad we don't have to wind it.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, there's a lot of places I can go with that, and I'm not going to touch it. But like the clock, we hope to preserve the possibilities of the future.
We all may come and go virtually.
Or even in reality.
That's true. So today is the new year, and it is our now.
Well,
For now. For now.
yeah,
Mhm.
for now.
Yes, and it's ours to build on. So let's get started. And everyone, Happy
New Year!
Here. Okay, so on to some Altspace VR news. We are back from our holiday break to bring you some great news from across the Altspace VR community and beyond.
That's right. By the way, girls, do you remember the Beach Boys?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do I? I love their music. The Beach Boys, Jan and Dean, and their California beach music revolutionized the music and entertainment industry. Carly Munoz, longtime pianist for the Beach Boys, is playing in the NFT Oasis right here in Allspace VR on Thursdays. What a treat!
Oh,
Oh, yay.
wow.
I've seen them perform so many times. How cool. How cool. All right. I love they're here in VR. The partnership with Evolver and Trip continues to expand, not only here in Allspace VR, but also on other platforms now. We are so thrilled that Jeremy Nichols and the whole Evolver team has done so well after starting out here in Allspace VR in early 2018, pushing the boundaries of meditation and wellness in the metaverse. Congratulations to them, and we're eager to watch them expand their horizons even more.
Wow, that's for sure. While hard to take seriously, there are many websites that promote the estimated marketplace value of businesses not on the stock exchange. We took a quick look at several, and we found that the estimated share price of Altspace VR is about $225 a share in US dollars and has an annual dividend yield, if one existed, of 1.1%. Not bad. Over the
Mhm.
past 5 years, the portfolio valuation is estimated at $572, which makes it a solid and dependable stock if it were one. It's a gimmick, but it's
Yeah.
also a reflection of market value.
Cool.
Well, Mac Informer has announced that it is hosting the Mac Altspace VR version download. In addition to the official Altspace VR download page, it offers Altspace VR 4.3, the current Mac version.
Finally.
Hey.
Yeah.
Tim Reichman of HR Digital and Innovation at Deutsche Telekom and Jern Brucker of Design at Business have created a basic introductory program for individuals and businesses to develop XR related projects in AltSpace VR and beyond. Participants are invited to bring their portfolios and questions to this private event, a great example of how more and more businesses and educational institutions are using AltSpace VR.
We've reported over the years how VR is changing the travel and tourism industry. An article in HNR Hotel News claims that the travel industry can't afford not to build a presence in VR. Ignoring the metaverse would be at its own peril.
Hey, true. The article states the metaverse has been around for many years and is expanding into the e-commerce, fashion, education, and manufacturing industries, as well as travel. Over 54 billion US dollars are spent today on virtual goods annually. That's stunning. Thomas Cook's VR excursion of Manhattan offered 5-minute tasters, little taste tests of New York, and helped increase bookings by 190%. Wow.
That's amazing. And right now, AltSpace VR and Decentraland are key metaverse platforms used by the travel industry to set up a try before you buy and short tours of tourist sites to enhance the real world travel experience.
Amadeus launched a search and inspire co-innovation project by Microsoft to explore how user and conversational AI can offer personalized travel inspiration through Microsoft VR Studio in London using AltSpace VR.
Woo! Nice. Most of these world events are private, but it is another case of the great work that AltSpace VR is supporting.
Mhm. Now, at the end of the year, always brings out, you all know them, the ton of the best of list, right? As usual, AltSpace VR continues to be in the top 10 list for VR apps, social VR apps, and event hosting in the metaverse. Wow. So thanks to all the sites for including AltSpace VR. Hey, it's nice to know that one of the oldest platforms of the metaverse is still worthy of such honors. I love it.
Yes, I love it too. We also love Renaissance, the Black-owned record label and management company, which is hosting some of the hottest artists such as Amber Grimes, Def Jam, Summer Walker, Six Lack, and new artist Avido.
Starting this month, Love Renaissance and Microsoft have teamed up for an unplugged metaverse experience in AltSpace VR. Performing artists with their roster and others will be performing on the platform and in person over the next 6 months, steamed and streamed right into AltSpace VR. These are ticketed private events. I mean, this is going to be a steamy thing, don't you think?
Mhm.
These
Very
are
much so.
ticketed private events, so check out our Discord for the link and more information. Everybody wants to get steamed once in a while.
Oh man, and I keep saying you got to be crazy to work here because it helps. Okay, Tom Nichols of Evolver and Trip published an article on Medium a couple weeks ago that is a powerful essay on social VR addressing Meta's ill-conceived Horizon worlds. His words, not ours, and how communities like AltSpace VR differ and thrive. A great commentary on what is right and wrong with social VR. We have shared a link in our news and updates Discord for you to check it out. It's really a good read.
Microsoft and Meta have partnered up to offer a whole sweep of Office 365 features. Meta has also partnered with Xbox to bring the Game Pass Android app to the Meta Quest headsets. This means you can play Xbox on a massive screen.
Mm.
The potential for this partnership could lead to some big things happening like MetaQuest VR games on PC Games Pass and so much more.
If Microsoft continues to push the OpenXR standard as well as the rest of the industry, then we might be able to see all OpenXR compatible headsets work on our Xbox Series SX.
That means Oculus Quest headset owners would be able to take advantage of their current hardware, and Microsoft wouldn't need to rely on making new headsets for the Xbox like PlayStation has had to do.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, I feel like we need a drum roll here, Mark, too, because it's now time for the fun stuff, the interesting stuff that you know
Drum
you've been
roll.
waiting for this. We do this every week.
I do.
Karen.
Okay, so AI has been dominating the tech news lately. The script for this episode of News and Updates was aided in no small part by ChatGPT, with much editing by the REL and the rest of the team. As our good friend Dargon warns, it is not perfect. It did a good job summarizing the first section of News and Updates, but lo and behold, when I had to do a second news summary, it bewilderingly changed the original wording from, quote, the size of a smart speaker, unquote, to, quote, the size of a small suitcase. So,
You know,
much for
hey,
AI.
speakers used to look like suitcases. So
Well, that's true, but I guess
maybe.
it didn't quite know that yet. So
I guess.
AI, it's got a ways to go. So I decided that it's better at writing poetry, one thing I can't do. So just for fun, I fed it this prompt.
Oh, may I read it, please?
Yes, please do, Marcia.
Write a poem with 3 or 4 verses about Chat GPT and how it sometimes does a great job, but other times it's just wrong about the facts and requires human help or avatar help.
Here's what it came up with.
Chat GPT, a machine so smart, it can chat with us and even play a part in conversations that feel oh so real, but sometimes it gets a fact that's not so ideal.
It can chat about the weather or a new book. It's quick to respond and never gets shook. But when it comes to history or science facts, it sometimes stumbles and needs to take it back.
That's when we humans come to the rescue to correct the errors and keep Chat GPT in the groove. It may not be perfect, but it's still pretty great. It can hold its own in a debate.
So let's give ChatGPT some credit. It's not always right, but it's not to be edited. It's a helpful tool that we can use, and sometimes it's even a muse. I don't think it liked being poked fun at.
Okay, pull yourself together, Marcia. Deep breath. Okay. Interesting in how it complimented itself at the end.
I know.
How about a round of applause for the poet?
Oh my goodness. All right. Now to even more fun stuff for the techies is coming right up here. CES, the Consumer Electronics Show. We wait for this every year. It is back in person in Las Vegas.
My
home of their-
hometown.
Marcia, yep. And it's showcasing right now the things you didn't know you needed in 2023 and beyond.
Ooh. How about furry pillows? I was just saying something else. How about furry pillows that snuggle back or the car with the monitors on the outside? No, really? Or how
Really?
about the battery powered robot coolers with built-in ice makers that follow your party wherever it goes?
Really? Well, there's a really fun new robotic dog from Huawei for the kids next Christmas.
The kids, I want that.
Woof, 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 woof. Where's my food? Woof, woof.
It's in the
Give me
cooler
your leg.
behind me.
I want, yeah, it's in the cooler. I'm gonna hump your leg. Okay, anyway, virtual. Okay, I gotta. These two women on either side of me are evil, and they must be destroyed. Okay. All right.
She's blaming it on us, Marcia.
I know. You and Steph, bad influences, man. All right, virtual reality headsets have some practical accessories debuting at CES, like a Bluetooth microphone, which we've talked about this before. It shields your real world surroundings from the sound of your voice in the metaverse.
But it looks a little like a cross between a court stenographer's mic and a muzzle.
It is, yeah. It's Panasonic's owned company. I have to be very careful with how I pronounce this. Shift Alls. Okay, you know where this is going, and it's called the Mu Talk. MU Talk. It does look like a muzzle, and in a sense, it is. If you live or work with others in tight quarters, or you just am sick of them yammering all the time, and you're spending a lot of time interacting with the same people in VR, in XR, a microphone that straps to your face might be an effective tool for keeping the peace. But honestly, can we use it without VR?
See, blame it on the one in the middle, Karen. Blame it on the one in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah.
Well, we
Okay,
have to also
this
add,
beats
Marcia,
all.
Marcia, we also have to add that Steph had her hand in this script.
Oh,
so we're all
yes.
going to blame
Yay,
it on
Steph.
Steph.
Yay, Steph, who's been helping writing the script. She's been doing an amazing job. Yes, indeed. Oh my God. All right, on to the next
Okay.
subject.
Okay, well, this beats all for the strangest VR
It
accessory.
does. It does. It's so weird.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, ready for the next story.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of fun, HoloRide, an Audi-backed startup, is ready to take its in-vehicle virtual reality entertainment system into the mainstream.
Well, the company unveiled Wednesday a device about the size of a smart speaker that can be retrofitted into any vehicle to make it VR ready.
Up to 2 headsets can be connected to the HoloRide retrofit simultaneously, allowing 2 passengers
Yes.
to enjoy HoloRide at the same time in the car. I have to find somebody who can drive my car around now. It's already available in certain 2022 model years and newer Audi vehicles. If consumers opt to plop down $7.99, that's $799, not $7.99 for the package.
Mhm.
The package includes the HoloRide hardware, the 3 DOF HTC Vive Flow headset. Pretty cool.
But who needs 6 degrees of freedom riding in a car?
Who knows? A 1-year subscription to the HoloRide platform with a safety strap is expensive. Well, at least they got a safety strap. I could imagine my husband in the back seat with his headset on, flailing all around, killing all those zombies. Well, anyway, the retrofit is also available as a standalone purchase for $199.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
crazy.
sorry. I was just picturing that last slide we had before this, and the thing looked like a duck bill. And I'm picturing turning around and looking at that in the back seat. Anyway, speaking of cars, Free Aim compares its new VR shoes to having a Tesla on each foot. Okay. An intelligent autonomous robotic vehicle miniaturized to a shoe. They're a high-tech solution to VR locomotion without the need for harnesses or large treadmills.
Shoes that will literally take you anywhere.
Wow.
Walk
Well,
a
they
mile
look
in
too big for
mine.
my feet. I think I just slip right out of them. Okay, so
Oh, God.
supposedly they're lightweight and comfortable. They don't look lightweight, but anyway, lightweight and comfortable. Very
They look like
compact.
hospital beds.
They do. Hospital beds for your feet. But they are much more affordable than a treadmill. Testers report having an extremely immersive and comfortable natural walking experience with the shoes. It kept them safely within a small space using Free Aim's omnidirectional positional correction technology.
Oh, say that fast 3 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder who's driving that.
All right, enough with the fun. Let's get on to some seriousness with some world building news, because you know that's where our heart lives. Blender 3.4 was released December 7th, which we reported on last month. If you haven't updated over the holidays, please make sure that you do. The improvements in the new features are powerful and amazing, especially the improvements to the animation, rigging, the geonodes, and all that. Blender 3.5 is in the alpha stage and expected to be released March 15th. They're just moving at the speed of sound.
Yeah, they really are. It seems like every
Mhm.
time we do news and updates, there's a new release.
Yeah.
So we've already talked about AI a little bit. Google's DeepMind AI subsidiary recently published an article discussing the development of interactive agents or AI controlled characters within virtual worlds to create agents that can navigate and interact with their environment in a way that is similar to human players for game development and and experiences.
Hmm.
Yeah, plural. There are
Yes.
more AI 3D model generators in the news. OpenAI, open source Point E, a machine learning system that creates a 3D object given a text prompt. According to a paper published recently, Point E can produce 3D models in 1 or 2 minutes on a single
Wow.
NVIDIA V100 GPU.
The
Amazing.
system generates point clouds, a discrete set of data points representing 3D shapes that turn into meshes, the collection of vertices, edges, and faces, by a separate AI system. While Pointy's image to 3D model can sometimes, like most of them, fail to understand the image produced by text to image models, the system is significantly faster than previous state of the art systems. This is according to OpenAI.
Based on the Universal Scene Description Framework, USD framework, the NVIDIA Omniverse platform, which enables the development of metaverse applications, is expanding with Blender enhancements and a new suite of experimental generative AI tools for 3D artists, with thousands of new 3USD assets to help accelerate adoption of 3D workflows.
Mm. Now, there's also a new Omniverse launcher released for Blender that is available to bring 3D generative AI capabilities to Blender users literally everywhere.
A new panel in the launcher lets Blender users easily transfer shape keys and rigged characters and includes reattaching a rigged character's head with a one-button operation from Omniverse Audio to Face, an AI-enabled tool that automatically generates realistic facial expressions from an audio file.
That's amazing. Oh
It is,
gosh, it's
isn't it? Wow.
that is so. I know. Each and I won't say worked with something really, really low key that was kind of similar years ago. Yesterday, NVIDIA announced, which NVIDIA is just like taking over the metaverse. It's really exciting. You
Mhm.
need to be following what's going on. They announced a new AI robot simulation that has its own operating system called Orbit for learning and planning automatic motion for both robots on the assembly line and AI avatars in VR and AR. That's exciting.
Wow, that's really exciting. It's a good thing we have this news and updates. I mean, it's just to be,
Mhm.
it's almost impossible to keep up with all this. This is,
You're
Yes.
right.
and
You're
I
right.
love this. It helps me keep up with it.
Mhm.
Oh, not to be outdone by all this, Google showcased its new Muse artificial intelligence. Its 2D and 3D AIs are getting so good at making their own realities seem real. The company has become concerned with what harmful deception might also be created with them. So they are not being
Hmm.
released to the general public
Hmm.
Yet.
yet.
Oh, wow.
Yet
That
is the
that was
key
like a
word.
paragraph in that word there, Marcia. Spatial. So we're going to turn the title a bit. Spatials is already one of the easiest AR, VR, iOS desktop providers for virtual builders and events and stuff to import templates and models made in Blender. They just announced their own Unity uploader, which can import assets directly from within Unity to a personal sandbox. Oh, and now Karen,
Okay,
you wanna
while
follow-
spatial sounds are exciting with their new uploader, reports are that it is a better experience in 2D and that they have a long way to go with VR headset support.
All right. Now for some VR hardware news. What do you think,
Mm.
girls?
Yay!
Sounds good.
2023. It's so weird to say that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not used to it yet. What'd you feel like the first time you had to write it down?
You know
Well,
what?
I did it a lot. I did it because I book events like 6 months in advance, so I've been writing that since August. So
Oh, okay.
I feel like
Well,
we
you're
should
ahead
be
of the
going
game.
into 2024 instead of 2023. I'm
I
ready
know
for
it.
2024.
Me too. I'm with you on that one.
Well, don't forget, we have to wait for February 23rd, 2023.
February 3rd, 20. What's
whoa.
that?
February
yeah.
23rd, 2023.
Oh,
0223
two.
2023.
Oh,
Yeah,
two. Yeah.
that's a fun
Okay.
one to write.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
2023 may go down as one of the most eventful years in the history of virtual reality. Virtual reality headsets abound in this year's Computer Electronics Show, with the metaverse as one of the hottest topics of the show.
Yeah, and just before I go into the next little bit of news, I'm going to place a bet here that when a year from now, when we have our first show in 2023, I'll bet you that a good portion of our
2024.
audience here
24.
has a new headset. So it'll be interesting. I'm making a
Oh.
prediction. Okay.
She's making a
Oh.
prediction. 2024, January 2024. Most of you be wearing some
No,
other crap on your face.
2023. Oh, wait.
Oh, no,
yes,
this is
never mind.
2023.
Okay.
2024.
I
Oh,
got
okay.
myself mixed up there. Okay.
Okay,
All
everybody,
right,
get
so-
your calendars out, mark it down, please, and put
Yeah.
it on your reminder.
Yeah,
Okay.
start laying bets.
Yes.
Start placing your bets.
Okay, so let's start with HTC. HTC unveiled its 5XR Elite, a prosumer headset focused on mixed reality, which will ship at the end of February for $1,099. That's not too bad for a prosumer.
Not too bad. No,
Mm.
might be
Well-
feasible, especially if that Pico 4 doesn't come here. The PlayStation VR 2 will also be released worldwide on February 22nd, 2023, at a price of 550 or 600 euros. Tethered headsets like the PlayStation are definitely still preferred option for gamers who crave ever better performance.
The social VR platform Somnium Space offered a developer's kit of its own modular headset to showgoers this year. Due to supply problems, Somnium Space decided to focus its efforts on a PC VR headset for its first release, with a standalone version of its VR1 for later release.
Now, I have to get careful with these words. This company name again. Shift
Mhm.
All Company.
Say it fast, Laurel.
Yeah, debuted its bizarre looking Megane X. I'm not sure how to pronounce this, so let
Me
us know.
neither.
But Megane X Steam VR compatible headset in CES in 2020. I remember that. After years of versions shown at various trade shows, the company says it's finally nearing launch. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. The headset will come in two flavors. A consumer version priced at $1,699. That's a heck of a lot more than the prosumer of the one we just talked about.
Mhm.
And a business edition, the pricing of which is still to be determined. The headset includes both inside-out room scale tracking and Steam VR base stations, providing 2,560 by 2,560 per eye via two independent 1.3-inch micro OLED displays.
You said flavors, right? Not strawberry or vanilla or chocolate. No. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that was clear. 3D laptop screens were the talk of CES 2023. People have been blown away by how immersive that new tech from Domenico has become. Luke Larson of Digital Trends reported trying out an Asus ProArt
Asus.
Studio Asus. Okay. Asus ProArt StudioBook 16 OLED while wielding a stylus from a Z Space in mid-air.
Wow.
Wow. Using a third camera that was attached to the laptop via USB-C, It tracked both his eyes and the stylus in 3D space. In other words, he could interact with virtual objects in 3D space on an affordable laptop without a headset.
Wow, that gives a whole new meaning to the idea of taking 2D, 3D. That is cool.
Oh my
I want one.
goodness.
I want
I
one.
want one
Okay.
too.
Me too.
Remember those old AT&T commercials in the 90s? And they foretold the future of telecommunications. The ones that always finish by saying, "You will."
And we really did, didn't we? Remember Nintendo's first Power Glove that every gamer wanted, but no one could get to work?
Hey, come on. How old do you think we are?
Well, definitely before my time. Well, I wasn't a gamer, but or wouldn't have been before my time. But anyway, there have been a lot of versions of that glove controller since then, especially for use in VR. At CES, the Contact Glove, a new product from the Japanese firm Diver X, debuted this week and won the Innovation Award. We can't wait to get our hands on that. Oh,
Yeah. Okay, but that's like old gen compared to this. Researchers at the University of Hong Kong have recently developed an advanced wireless haptic interface system they call WeTac, worn like a second skin. It's reportedly ultra thin, comfortable, and collects what they call
Ew.
customized haptic sensation data to provide a near haptic but metaverse centric experience. Ooh.
It's very,
Ew.
I know, it looks kind of gross. It's a very
Gross.
flexible 1
Bad case of
millimeter
acne.
can patch. Yeah, I'll start that again. That's hilarious. It's a very flexible 1 millimeter thick hand patch with electrodes embedded in hydrogel. It still looks gross. It maps each user's hands to create a personalized tactile response to allow the wearer to both touch and feel virtual objects, like grasping a tennis ball during a workout, touching a cactus, or feeling gross a mouse run over your hand.
Hey,
Oh.
be kind to mice. Be kind to mice.
Well, they're better
Can
than
you-
spiders anyway.
Yeah. Oh.
Can you imagine having this on and somebody comes to the door?
Well, it depends on what else you're wearing.
Or not? Wow, now that's what I call immersive.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. ByteDance Pico Neo, poor people, are still on track to be available to consumers in the United States. Though, if you've been paying attention to the political news in the US government is trying to block ByteDance, also the owner of TikTok. So we are waiting for news on the MetaQuest 3 and we're also waiting for news on the MetaQuest 3 and the fabled Apple VR headset. All right, let's get to some Discord tips.
All right. Everybody ready for Discord tips? How many here?
Yay!
Can I ask the audience a question by a raise of hands
Quickly.
or emojis? How many here are not on Discord?
Give us some hearts if you are not on Discord. 2?
That I just
2.
often
See, yeah,
wonder.
we're all on. Yeah, no, we're mostly
Yeah.
on. It's how many of you give
That's
us some
great.
real hearts and applause if you live and thrive on Discord? Yeah, if it's your communications vehicle of choice. Yes. Yeah, we love it. Okay.
You
Well-
guys who aren't on, you need to join because that's where we hang out when we're not in VR. So,
And even
come
when
see
we
us after
are.
the show. True.
We got it on
Oh,
all the
so
time.
true.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
So whether
Okay.
you want to show, oh, sorry, go ahead, Marcia. Sorry.
Yeah, now, well, just having that, I wanted that to lead up to here are some tips to help you with our communication server for all space VR events and groups right on Discord. So here's some tips.
Okay, so whether you want to show your gaming skills to your friends or you'd like them to see your app window, it's easy to share your screen over Discord. You can share your screen in a server or a DM direct message on your Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iPhone, and iPad devices.
Now, to share your screen on a Discord server, unless you're and access your server and enter into a voice channel or whichever, and then select share your screen option, configure the stream settings, and go live. You can share in a DM. You can share a voice call by voice calling the person. You can choose the share your screen option. There are a lot of different options that you can do.
And note that if you share your screen in a server channel, all users of that channel can see your screen. However, if you screen share in a DM, only the participants of that conversation can see your app window.
We know you are Discord fans, so we do our best to bring you tips on how to use it. If you have some tips to share, let us know in our News and Updates Discord.
Hey, now it is time for Altspace VR events.
We recently did another accounting of the number of public events in Altspace VR. They were up during the holidays to over 350 a week and down a little at the start of the year. But still, there were over 300 public events every week in Altspace VR, more than any other metaverse platform.
Wow. Holidays that should bring some wonderful special events coming up include the Chinese New Year on January 22nd, Valentine's Day, always too much fun in Altspace
Oh
VR.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And Easter and all of its related holidays. You may learn more about them in our News and Updates Discord, as well as on the Altspace VR events calendars.
Now, let's not forget that today is International Programmers Day. Did you know that? Yay! So while there aren't any events in Altspace VR today to celebrate, there should be. We want to
You-
celebrate all of the programmers, the developers, the coders, the hackers, designers, the code creatives that are here every day in Altspace VR as they bring us our beautiful virtual worlds, our MREs, our events, and everything else. So thank you.
Happy International Programmers Day!
Yay!
Thank you, programmers everywhere.
Yay!
Without you, we couldn't be here.
That's right.
Very true. Very true. Nerds of Combat with JC Baby is after the show today to discuss all things comics, anime, video games, and more.
That's a switch. If you haven't attended one of Tom Nichols' street art breaks, take time to do so. It is a fascinating discussion about street art around the world and its reflection of and how it impacts society. It is a great interactive discussion. It's
Mhm.
beautiful.
Speaking of Tom Nickel, Educators in VR is featuring a special interview with him on Tuesday. He's a longtime pioneer and innovator of XR and internet technology, and he's seen it develop in ways he imagined, but the rest of us couldn't. Join us for a fascinating discussion.
So looking forward to that. Center Stage is one of the oldest open mic shows in Altspace VR. It was founded in 2019, right at the beginning of it, and it rocks. It might have been the end of 2018. Anyway, it rocks our world with unique, new, and old voices singing songs, telling stories, reading poetry, and telling jokes every Sunday. Check it out.
We are constantly being asked where people can practice their English. Since the very beginning, people have come into Altspace VR to work on their English speaking skills. Dr. Heartbeats has started a conversational English meetup throughout the week. If you meet someone looking for such a skill, point them in her direction.
Joanne Shivanti is a global innovator on sound healing, using music for personal transformative enlightenment, self-healing, and shamanic journeying. She worked with Jose Ferrer to build groundbreaking worlds filled with sound healing as part of the Muse sound healing templates. Wednesday, she is hosting a tour of the beautiful temple. Don't miss this informative session.
Educators in VR is going to be touring the amazing worlds by the 3D stereoscopic world builders on Wednesday. This is a tour only for VR headset users, as most 2D computer users will not be able to get the full perspective of the 3D experience. These are groundbreaking world builders that have pushed the limits of Unity and beyond to bring these amazing worlds into AltSpace VR. Don't miss this long-awaited tour.
For sure. Thursday is Save the Earth Together International Art Exhibition that explores positive sustainability and interal relationships between environmental policy and positive psychology. You guys say that one fast.
Interrelationships?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to say it again?
Yeah.
Interrelationships.
I
Want it
think she
again?
means
Okay.
the whole
No.
No.
sentences.
Well done, Marcia. Well done. Okay,
Okay.
we cannot keep up. With, I don't know who's the straight man and who's the idiot up here, but I think I'm all three. We can't keep up with the over 300 events every week here in AltSpace VR. It's just the public events. Private events happen here every day that few know about, and you likely host some of them. Check out the AltSpace VR calendar for more events. And if you don't find what you want, create one. That's how it works here. Yes, we love that.
There
All
we
right,
go.
Mark, it's time.
It's time now for our
Yay!
discussion, where you get a chance to have your say, share your news, your thoughts and opinions, and let us know what you're doing here in our AltSpace VR community.
This week, we want to know what VR goodies you got for the holidays. Maybe you
Woo!
treated yourself. What did you get? I want to know. I want to know.
Now, we've been talking about this for the past couple months through the Black Friday and the Cyber Monday sales. So, what VR accessories, equipment, and games did you get to play with over the holidays? Hit the raise hand button and we'll call on you. We'll do our best not to embarrass you because we do enough of that to embarrass ourselves. So, what'd you get? 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 All right, Karen, who's first up?
Steph is up. You got megaphone, Steph. Let's hear what you got for Christmas.
Well, I got another couple of modules from Mini Golf. And
Oh,
I haven't played it for a while. but
Nice.
It's still, I mean, it's been around a while now, but it still does a really good job of really letting you feel like you're there at the little golf course. But they also now have a thing where they will pair you up with whoever else is there if you want some company. But unfortunately, the first time I tried it, I came in world right on top of someone else and found the golf club sticking out of my face and a very British deep voice saying, "Who's in here with me?" That's a Christmas present.
Oh, that's a panic.
Better than having it stick out from somewhere else.
Well, there's
Oh,
that, but we're
Marcia.
not going there, Marcia. We're not going there. Oh my God. Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny.
Mark's
Oh.
gonna kill us all.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to show up and slap us upside the head again.
No, please, that hurts.
I know it. That's great stuff. I love it. All right. Who else got some goodies? Darren,
don't
we
be
know you were
shy,
looking
you
at
guys.
some.
Yes, Darren. Nope.
Nope. Well,
Okay.
I got the weights that go onto I don't know the right word for your Oculus controllers, so that I can increase the weight for when I'm playing Beat Sabers or anything else. And those are kind of really interesting because they look like giant washers. From they use for a giant nut and screw. It's the big huge washer. And what's really funny is that I paid, it wasn't too expensive, but years and years ago I bought a bunch of giant metal washers because they don't rust when you get the galvanized steel, and I use them for weights when I'm sewing for holding down patterns instead of pins to hold down patterns on fabrics and stuff. So when they came in, I went, oh, I can use these for sewing, and then my husband walked by later and he took a look at them and he goes, did you get those for sewing? I went, no, I got them for VR.
He probably said
He just kind of
figures.
he just went, of course, and walked away. I mean, it's he's used to this kind of crazy stuff all the time. But but it was interesting because I thought, oh my god, these are not going to do anything. They just look wimpy. And I put it on, and yeah, it adds just
Whoa.
it's not like a 50-pound weight, but it adds because you're swinging your arms and you're moving it around. It just adds a little bit more. It's
So,
like put
Tension.
rocks in your pockets. Yeah,
Laurel,
it's rocks in your pockets.
did you find that it affected your swing at all?
Yeah, well, it felt weird, yeah, because I now had a little tiny bit more oomph, and so when I swang up, it kind of like
Oh.
kept going. I was like, woo!
Well, you actually
know-
get more points for wider arcs, so that
There you
might help with
go.
that too.
That will help. But it was just, it's really interesting because they were not that expensive, and it's such a little thing to just increase your exercise resistance by
Mhm.
having a little more weight on there. So I was really surprised at how effective they are. Again, not designed to put muscle on, just to add a little more oomph to the process. So that
Mhm.
was a fun thing. So
Well,
all
what
right,
I got,
yes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Karen.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. You
Okay.
can go.
Okay,
Yeah,
what I
Marcia's up
got
next.
was I
Mhm.
bought myself, so I didn't have a Santa here. So I
Mhm.
bought myself the Quest Pro 2 hand controllers to go with my Quest 2.
And
And I
Oh,
took them out of the package and they're lovely weighted. They feel good. I thought, oh, this is going to be great. I followed the instructions. I charged
I
them.
hear a butt coming.
yeah, me too.
And then I went to pair them and I can't do it. And then for some reason, it
Oh.
messed me up with my Quest, and I got all locked out and I got all messed up. So I
Oh.
haven't sent them back because I'm bound determined because I read everything and watched the videos and they do work. I just have to figure it out.
Well, you know what, Marcia? We have the best community in the world. So if anybody has those or knows how to get them working, see Marcia after the show. She needs your
Yes.
help. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Because we got the
Oh.
best community. Hmm.
All right. Up next is Matthew stands with trees.
Mm. Yes, it seems that I never get accessories like others get, specifically for VR. And I think that that has a lot to do with because I actually work in VR, and I spend most of my time in 2D. But I ended up for Christmas. Santa Claus brought me a USB hub, because my laptop never has enough USB ports, for all my gadgets. So Stream Deck and all kinds of other goodies I have here. So yeah, Santa brought me a USB hub, which
How many
has been
ports?
very very handy. 7, and it's powered.
Yay.
So
Whoa.
it's
Yay.
powered,
Nice.
so
Wow.
Nice.
I can use it to charge my headset and my phone and everything else too. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome,
Yeah.
Matthew.
My husband tells me that he's married to a woman that can never have enough portable external hard drives and never have enough USB hubs. With you on that. Yeah, I was most proud of it. I still have it. It just isn't USB 3. It's older. It's like 2. No, it's not. Maybe not even be 2. But I have a 24 port USB hub, and I filled
Wow.
every frickin' hub. It just
Oh.
doesn't work with on the newer devices now. So, but that was running a whole bunch of stuff for a long time. That was a find, man. I was excited about that. But yeah, 7 is a good standard. Oh,
I got
yeah.
an 18 port charger.
Nice.
Power.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, that is nice.
You have over 18 devices to charge up?
I have one in each room.
Yeah, but the charger doesn't doesn't reach, does it?
Oh, yeah. It's put
Okay.
right where I want it and everything gets
Okay.
plugged into it.
Excellent. Excellent. I love it. Yeah, we got to have our toys. We got to have our toys. And for those of you who lost power in all the storms that were crossing, not only across much of North America, up in Canada and all over, but there were storms that were hitting in Mexico as well as in the UK and all over the place. We got to remember to keep our stuff charged up because boy, it was
Yeah.
really tough. It was really tough for a lot of people not having the charge on it and stuff. And we become so we became so reliant on electricity. Am I the only one who does this? That when the power goes out, I'll walk over to a room and I'll turn on the light.
Yes. Yeah. I do that all the time.
I go to
And
a
then
we're
drawer
just-
for the flashlight
duh.
myself.
Well, there's that. Yeah, you're smarter than we are. But we really are. We in order to everybody thinks, okay, what is the metaverse made of? I got to tell you, in a lot of ways, it's made of electricity. If we don't have electricity, we got nothing. I don't even care if you have the Wi-Fi. You don't have electricity, you got nothing from the very base. So, all right, is there anything
true.
else? Anybody else got a cool thing they want to share?
Or maybe you
Karen?
have something you still want that you didn't get yet. Anybody?
You can throw out the hint now. You got a lot of Santas listening.
Mm-hmm. All right, who's up? Mama Kim.
Mama
Let's see.
Kim. Okay, Mama
Yeah.
Kimmy, you've got megaphone.
Hey. Oh, maybe. Let's try again. Might have gotten the lock bug.
I said,
There you are.
There we
Can you
go.
hear me now? Hey,
Yes.
Yes, we
I
can.
said I have myself the 12 UBS port because I
Mhm.
like to keep everything plugged in so I won't run out of juice. And I got the extension cord, the long 20, I think it's 16 foot cord to
Mm-hmm.
keep my Oculus plugged in at all time with another UBS hub house on sitting on my dresser where I got one on the computer with the 12 one. Then I have I think 6 on the other one. So I got a whole lot of them. Make sure I stay
Oh.
plugged in at all time as well.
You a girl after
And
my
so-
own heart. Yeah. Yeah.
I love staying plugged in so I can stay on my game and everything when I want to get out there. But I
I
also
love it.
I bought I shot more for myself this time than I ever have in my life.
Yeah. Good for you.
Good for you.
Yes.
What'd you get? Oh, did we lose her? Oh,
Pants,
there. Yep.
outfit,
Mm-hmm.
jewelry,
Oh.
and then I bought myself plenty of perfume. I love perfume, love smelling good as well. But I mean, I treated myself. Although I gave my grandbabies, I gave them money. I gave all them money, but I
Good.
bought myself stuff what I wanted for a change. So I had a good time
Good.
shopping for me.
Good for you.
That's
Good for you. We
nice.
need to
Thank you.
spoil ourselves. Yeah, we need to spoil
Absolutely, we
ourselves.
deserve it. We work
We
hard all
do.
of our lives,
Yeah.
so we deserve it.
I
Thank
love
you.
it. I love it. That's wonderful.
Too.
All right.
you.
That was amazing. And it's the best part of this, for even those if you didn't spend any money on yourself or you spend on others or whatever, but being in this community is one of the greatest gifts that I think we can give each other. And because we have the best relationships, the best people, and trust me, I don't have time to go into detail, but trust me, there was some serious gift giving of love and compassion this year in our alt space community. So we thank you for that. So that is it for this week's news and updates produced by the amazing Mark. Thank you so much for joining us here every week and joining us in the new year to celebrate. We're going into year 5. Isn't that right? I think it's year 5 of news and updates every Saturday. He'll correct me later if it's
We
year 4 or 5, but I
love
think
it.
it's 5.
We love it.
Yay.
We love all of you. We do this for you free to help you better be informed. We are volunteers and community members, not AltSpace VR employees, but we are crazy.
It's in our
And if you missed
resumes.
the show or you want to
Mhm.
expand your experience, you can also watch the live stream on YouTube and Twitch every week, or catch up with past episodes and more about AltSpace VR events, projects, news, and community activities, as well as in our news and updates Discord.
As part of our New Year's resolutions, we want to practice gratitude more. We are so grateful for all of you. It is because of you that we do this. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. Very well said, Marcia. Remember, please, the holidays were wonderful for many and rough for some. The pandemic, combined with flu season, brought suffering and loss to many this holiday season, as did the weather here in the U.S. But it is a new year, and we are all here to share it with you. Stand tough, stand up, and most of all, in these uncertain times, please be safe wherever you are in the world. We love you guys. Happy New
Yay!
We love you
Year.
guys. Happy New
Thank
Year.
you.